Hello everybody, welcome to this Verbaling class. This is a writing class. So, if you would like to practice your writing, you can join us and we'll spend about the first half of the class writing, depending on the number of students who join us. And then we'll spend the second half of the class reading and correcting. So it's a really good opportunity to practice that grammar, those new vocab words you've learned this week, and also to get your writing skills up to scratch. Today our theme is stories, so we're going to be doing some creative writing. What I have for you is a file which you can find in the Google Drive, so take a look if you have a few minutes to spare or you're waiting to talk to me. You can see that file. It has a list of story starters. These are actually real opening lines from some famous novels. So we're going to take one of those and write whatever you like. You can use your imagination. Take a look at those, and we're going to spend this class doing some writing together. So as we wait for people to come in, I'll just post two links for you in the chat box. The first link is to my Facebook page, and the second link is to my teacher page. And basically, if you are interested in finding out a little bit more or connecting up with me, then those pages will help you. Just check them out. You can get in touch with me. You can see my schedule, and you can follow me on Facebook. So those might be handy. We're going to say hi to Ahmed. Hello. I'm not sure if you're there. Can you hear me, Ahmed? Hello.
Hi.
Okay, well, hello. Yudi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I was trying to say hello to Ahmed, who's the other student, but he seems to be having a problem with his microphone, maybe. Ahmed, keep up and type something for me in the chat box, if not. Yudi, where are you from? And look at your beautiful photo. Is that your daughter?
Yeah, I'm from Colombia.
All right. And what's your daughter's name?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Your picture is beautiful. I was wondering, is that a picture of you and your daughter?
Oh, yeah, she's my daughter.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
very beautiful. How old is
thank
she?
you. Now she's 4.
All right. So how old?
Yeah.
How old will she be when she goes to school? Is it 5 or 6 in Colombia to go to school?
Oh, actually, we are living in United States.
Ah.
Yeah, here in this state, we live in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
In this state is
Yudi, are you there?
yeah, it's frozen. It's frozen. The
Okay.
computer is frozen. I don't know. Your computer is frozen, I think, or maybe my computer.
I have no idea. All right. Well, anyway, so you're living in New Jersey. So your daughter will go to school maybe when she's 5.
No, she's at the school now. She's at the school at 4.
Wow. Okay, so she's already learning to read.
Yeah, she speaks English better than me now.
Oh dear. Well, don't worry.
Crazy but she doesn't want to speak with me. She say, "Oh no, mommy, you speak Spanish, but I speak English." Well, I don't want to practice with you.
That's so funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, Yudi, you're gonna have to learn English so that you can start to tell her off when she's naughty, right?
I hope that, because I don't know, it's really, I mean, I think it's really crazy because when you write some word in English, you have to pronounce it different. I mean, it's crazy, and I try to learn, but it's a little difficult. But I hope that.
Absolutely. I'm sure you do. It sounds to me like your English is really good. So keep practicing. That's all. Keep practicing.
Yes, I'm gonna try. It's difficult because I'm stay at home all day, and my husband he's in a he is in the university, and my daughter is at the school. And when they arrive at home, they don't want, but it doesn't want.
They don't want because it's
Oh, sorry.
plural. Mhm.
Yeah, they don't want to speak English with me.
Oh, Judy, you need to find.
Yes.
What you need to
Um,
do is to find some American girlfriends so that you can go out during the day and talk to them, go shopping and have coffee.
yes, I'm gonna try that. Yeah, I'm
That would
gonna
be
try.
good.
But I found this this program. The last week I found this program,
Hmm.
and this is my second week actually. This is my second week in Berlin.
Hmm.
So because I was looking for a good place to practice
Hmm.
my English, because I need to talk with the people.
Absolutely. Yeah, I understand. It can be really difficult, especially if you don't work because you've got no particular reason, right, to actually get out the house and talk, and you can't just go hi to anybody on the street. So you have to make friends somehow.
Yes,
All
yes,
right, well,
because
Yudi, good luck, the best of luck, but we hope that we can help you at Verbling anyway.
thank you very much.
All right, well, welcome. I'm not sure if Ahmed is able to talk to me, but he seems to be here. Guys, the document is available for you either from the Google Drive, or if you just have a look in the Google chat, you can click on the link and you can get the document. So just have a go. If you get stuck, just let me know. I'm going to do the screen share to show you what you should be able to look at, okay? So have a look to see if you can access it. That's what you should get, okay? All right. So what we have here, if you can't access the document right now, don't worry, just have a look at my screen. We're going to read through the story starters. And I'm just going to see, Ahmed, are you able to talk?
Yes, I'm with you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, hooray, welcome.
Hey, yo. Welcome to you.
Excellent.
Thank
Where
you.
are you from, Ahmed?
I'm from Egypt.
Okay, wonderful. It's really nice to meet you and really
Yeah,
great that we can speak.
and
Could
the
you
same
read
thing
out?
here.
Thank you. Could you read out the first few story starters, please? So just the
Yeah,
parts
this.
in bold.
Uh-huh. Just simple, huh?
Yep, this one.
Okay. The sky above the port was the color of television. Tuned to that channel. Wow.
Good.
Uh, okay.
Next one.
Let's cover. Justice. You get justice in the next world. In this world, you have the law.
Okay,
Um.
one more.
Mhm. It was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13.
Okay. Thank you, Ahmed. Yudi, could
You're
you
welcome.
read the next ones for us, please, from the past?
Yeah, the past is a foreign country. They do things differently there.
This
We
one?
start we start dying before the snow, and like the snow, we continue to fall. He was born with a gift of laughter and a sense that the world was mad.
This word here, Yudi, is laughter.
Laughter.
Yeah. So this is like an F, right? It's like an F sound.
Okay.
That's one of those spelling things that you were talking about before. Strange English spelling, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Ahmed, the last four, if you wouldn't mind.
Um, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I slammed the door in the child's face. A horrific scream trapped in my throat. Do you get the voice? Like,
Keep going.
slowly. I remember the night I became a goddess.
Yep.
You are nasty little. You are a nasty little human being. The newly formed Z-type robot shrilled peevishly. Peevishly.
Mhm.
Okay. There were two mutant girls in the town. One had a hand made of fire, and the other one had a hand made of ice.
All
Okay.
right. So, guys, what your task is for this lesson is to choose one of these story starter sentences, um, or more. If you feel like you want to do more, that's fine. But you can use your imagination to basically write some kind of a story or something else to follow. So let me give you an example. You might say the sky above the port was the color of television tuned to a dead channel, which is like a grey color, right? And you've got sky. You know the sky is grey. You're obviously somewhere near a port. You've got something to do with a port. So there are your starting points. Off you go. You can write a story about, I don't know, living by a port or smuggling or whatever you want. You can use your imagination. This one here you might choose. The past is a foreign country. They do things differently there. So your story is going to be something to do with the past. So whatever you like, you can choose one of these, and you can use your imagination. Let your imagination go. All you have to do is to go to the bottom of the document, try and leave the story starters above so that people can have a look at them. Write your name and then tell me which one you're going to choose. So if I was you, I'd just copy and paste and then carry on writing. We walked slowly into the factory together, blah, 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 okay? So whatever you like, try and use as much English as you can. I'm just going to say welcome to Kako and welcome to Raphael.
Hello, Amy.
Hello, guys. I'm just going to give you the link again in the Google chat. If you can't actually access the link, it's not the end of the world. I'm going to put the story starters on the screen so that you can choose them. And you can just type somewhere else in your computer. At the end of the typing period, you can copy and paste into the chat box, and then I'll put it into the file. But if you do want to try and access and you're having problems, just ask me. I'm going to let you go ahead and start writing, guys, so I'm going to shut up. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm right here, okay? I'm going to give you about 20 minutes. So you've got about 20 minutes.
Excuse me. How many lines we have to read?
You just write whatever you can, okay? If you want to write a lot without thinking too much, that's fine. Or you might want to think really hard and use some really good vocabulary and just write a smaller amount. It's totally your choice.
Okay, and I mean, we have to write a story with this title.
Yep, the title.
With this task.
Yes,
Titles,
the beginning.
okay.
Exactly, the beginning. So you choose one of the sentences and then use the sentence to help you think of ideas to write for your story, okay?
Hello, hey, Amy.
Yes, hello.
I'm trying to write in this file, but actually it seems like it's um, uneditable.
Oh, how
As it seems.
strange. Okay, what I can
It's strange.
suggest you do is just come out of the document and I'm going to
And
post
open.
a new link. I'll call it new link. Okay?
All right. Okay.
And hopefully that will work. I have set it so can edit, but
I hope
sometimes it
it
just
does.
doesn't work.
Okay. Yeah, it does work.
Yay! Excellent.
Yay. So I was just the code. What I want to write about.
Yep. Just scroll down to the bottom of the page, type your name somewhere where I've typed
Okay.
mine or below, and whenever you're ready, you can get started. Hello, Jorge, welcome.
Hi, teacher.
Hi. Welcome to the class, Jorge. You've still got time to do some writing if you want to. I'll repaste the link for you. Just a second.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll access it from the Google Drive. But I'll put the link into the Google chat. Just a moment. All right, if you should see it there. If you access the document, you'll see some story starter sentences. And if you read the Verbling chat, you'll see your instructions. So all you have to do is pick one and write something about it. The rest of the students are going to be finishing in about 5 or 10 minutes, but I'll leave you till the end, okay? So you've got a little bit more time to write. You okay?
All right.
Understand?
Yeah, I have to choose a sentence, right?
Yes, and write something about it, like a story.
Okay.
All right, so
It was Bright Cold Day in April by George Orwell.
yep, you can choose whichever one you like.
All right. The second one, so.
Okay, no problem. Just type your name somewhere in the document and you can write your story. And Jorge, I'm just gonna mute you so that everyone else can concentrate with the no background noise, okay?
Okay. All right.
All right, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm right here. Everybody else, I'll give you 5 to sort of 10 at the max more minutes, okay? Okay, guys, so if you're almost finished, see if you can wrap it up. If you have finished, please let me know. We'll start with you. Otherwise, I'll give you about 3 more minutes just to finish what you're on right now so that we can start correcting.
I'm done.
You're done, Yudi. All right, that's great. So let's have a look at yours first. Here we go. All right, Yudi, could you please read yours?
Wait, okay. Sometimes we have a lot of questions about the life, and what about the death? The life passes in front us every morning when the day begins, and the most important reflection is to know if you're gonna be at home every night. It's a sad thought, but we have too many opportunities to enjoy the family and everything around us before to continue to hold. The old age arrives soon.
Oh, that's very poignant, Yudi. Thank you. Well done. Nice reading, by the way. What we're going to do is I'm going to go through it and make any corrections in bold, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so sometimes we have a lot of questions about... With life as a concept, we don't need the, okay? We just call it life. And the same with death, because it's like a big concept. Anything which is a concept like love or peace or life, death, we don't need the article, okay?
Okay.
Alright, we don't need a capital for that because we've got and only at the beginning of a sentence. But because we've got dots, we do need a capital here, really. Except we don't need the, so we're going to change the capital to life again. Life pass in front of us every morning when the day... So life passes, because life is third person. Yeah? It's the same as he or she, so we always need to have an S. Life passes in front of us every morning when the day begins. Same with this one. Because it's the day. Third person again. And the most important reflection... Actually, in English, we use a C and a T for that word, okay?
Okay.
Is
oh, yes, I can in Spanish.
No worries. You know, Yudi, that sometimes happens to me. Don't worry about it. To know if you're going to be at home every night. This is slang, but because we're writing stories, it's absolutely fine. I'm going to leave it in there. I'm just going to underline it so that we know it's slang, okay? Just in case there are people watching this and think, huh? Okay, it's a sad thought, but we had so many opportunities. I think what you mean is, do you want to...
I have.
Have?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think better in the present, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have many opportunities to enjoy the family and everything around us before we really need another subject, otherwise we're not sure who it is, okay?
Okay.
Continue to fall, the old age. This is another one of those concept ones, Yudi, because old age is like a concept as well. So old age arrives soon.
Yeah.
So that was perfect. What you need to remember is, one, if you're talking about a concept, you don't need an article. You don't need the. And also, if it's a third person verb, then don't forget the S, okay?
Okay.
Apart from that, really lovely thoughts. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
All right, well done, Yudi. You're welcome to stay and hear the rest of the writing from the class. I'm just going to ask now, is anybody else ready to mark? If you're not, I need you to finish off as soon as you can, otherwise we're going to run out of time, guys. So is anybody ready? Ahmed, you ready?
Just a minute.
Okay.
I'll be done. Thank you.
Kako, how are you doing?
Hi, teacher.
Hey,
I am
Kako.
finishing.
You're finishing or you're finished?
I am finishing. Only a
Okay.
minute, I finish.
All right.
Thank you.
And what about you, Raphael? You doing okay?
Just a minute, Amy, please. I don't work under pressure, please.
Do you want me to put a countdown? Do, 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 tick, tock, tick, tock. No, sorry. I'm just winding them up. I'll leave you alone.
Hey, Emmy. Now I'm done.
You're done, Ahmed. Excellent. I've just been having a brief look at yours. Well done. You've written a lot. So what I'm going to get you to do is to read it relatively quickly, if you wouldn't mind, so that we can spend the time going over the corrections.
Okay. You will see a lot of comments, huh? And I think this is wrong.
No worries. That's the whole point of the class, so don't worry about that. So could you read it out loud for us, please, Ahmed? Are you there? No, he's turned his mic off. Ahmed? No? Alright, Ahmed, I'm going to start by reading it, alright? And then we'll go through the quotes. I'm not sure if you're there or not. Hopefully you are. Okay, so you've written, by speaking about this quote, the author is discussing the innocent life of a child who used to have fun with family and how life changing through the years to get another direction of cruelty and hardness. He felt that life of the past was very easy and full of joyful moments and less cruelty compared to the life of the present age where lies and benefits are the only concept that over-control people's lives. Back to the past, people used to have fun together and share beautiful moments out of envy or absolute benefits. People of the past used to speak sincerely and openly with love and passion. The life back then was harder and full of hardship, but it was full of fun compared to the present time. Technology has advantages, but also has disadvantages. I've been told once technology becomes smarter, people get dumber. We used to depend on all the advanced technology and innovation. It's right. It made our lives more easily, but with no fun. Now we as a family sit in a room together, not looking to each other, but looking through our tablets, phones, and laptops. I remember something funny. One day when I was sitting with my brother in our room, I used to call him over and over again, but he wouldn't listen, not because he's deaf, but because he was so much concentrating chatting with his friends, until I came up with an idea. I can't tell him what I want via chatting, and I already did, and surprisingly he replied. And after I went in a laugh coma. We made technology become very dependable to our lives until we believed that without it, life will stop going. Finally, technology has provided us with so many advantages, but also didn't tell us to ignore all the good things that distinguish us humans from turning to be robots. It's time to start thinking differently and share time with our families, visiting each other and spending time together, laughing and touching and hugs each other, because no matter how the time we spend online is nothing to compare with an emotional moment that you share in a real life compared to the virtual material life that we live nowadays. Just be a human being and try to feel again. Ahmed, that's really lovely. Thank you. I'm going to correct it. So if you're there, feel free to turn on your mic so you can chat to me and ask any questions. We'll go back to the beginning. We need to start with the capital letter. So by speaking about this quote, the author is discussing the innocent life of a child who used to have fun with family and how life is changing through the years to get another direction of cruelty and hardness. What I would say is towards or in. Maybe in another direction or towards cruelty and hardness. He felt, don't forget capitals at the beginning of your sentences. He felt that life in the past was easy, very easy, and full of joyful moments and less cruelty compared to the life of the present age, where lies and benefits are the only concept that we don't need over. We can just say control people's lives. Very good. Back to the past. People used to have fun together and share beautiful moments. I think better beautiful moments, like you've got plural, out of envy, or absolute benefits. I see what you mean, out of envy or absolute benefits. What I would say here is better to put away from or unrelated to, because out of sometimes means, if you do something out of love, it means that you actually do it because of love. So that's a little bit confusing. So use one of these phrases, away from or unrelated to. People in the past. We usually say in the past. Used to speak sincerely and openly with love and passion. And then, just as I said to you, Dee, because we're talking about the concept, we can actually leave out the article. Life back then was harder and full of hardship, but it was full of fun compared to the present time. Okay, next paragraph. Technology has advantages, but also has disadvantages. I've been told once, comma, before speech marks, and then you need a capital. Once technology becomes smarter, people get dumb, almost, with a B. It's a silent B. People get dumber. Full stop. Capital. We used to depend on all the advanced technology. We usually use it in the singular. And inventions. Which is right. Which is right. And then maybe here, because we can put because, right? Because we're giving the reason. Because it made our lives easier. That was no fun. Maybe. Now, as we, as a family, sit in a room together, not looking at each other. Not looking at each other, but looking through our tablets, phones, and laptops. I remember something funny. One day, when I was sitting with my brother in our room, when we say I, when we use I in English, it's always a capital, okay? So I used to call him over and over again. So what we need to say really is, because you're talking about one day, we need to use the past simple. I called him. Used to call is something repetitive that you do a lot in the past. Called him is the past simple. Once. I know that you're doing it repeatedly, but each time it's a single event. So we need to use past simple. I called him over and over again, but he wouldn't listen. Not because he is deaf, but because he was concentrating so much on chatting with his friends until I came, maybe a comma, until I came up with an idea. Full stop. We need a full stop, otherwise the sentence is getting a bit long. I can't tell him what I want via chatting, and I already did, and surprisingly he replied. So I think what you mean, Ahmed, is that you told him what you wanted. We need past simple for this story. I told him what I wanted via chatting or text, right? And surprisingly, and okay, so we don't need this part because we already mentioned it at the beginning of the sentence. Surprisingly, he replied, and afterwards. if you're going to use the word after and then put something, that's okay. But if you're not going to put anything after, then you need afterwards. Like after I went shopping or afterwards. I went in a laugh. I think you mean coma. I'm not sure whether you mean comma or coma. Coma? You couldn't stop laughing? Let's try that. You couldn't stop laughing. We made technology become very dependable. What we could say here is we have made technology. We don't need become, because to make something is the same meaning. So we have made technology very dependable to our lives. Dependable actually means that you can rely on it. It's quite a positive thing. So I would say instead of this, we have become very dependent on technology.
Yes.
There we go.
Very good.
Because to be dependable means that you're sort of trustworthy, okay? In our lives. Until we believe that without it, life will stop going. Yeah. Maybe we just need present there. Finally, technology has provided us with so many advantages, but also didn't tell us to ignore all the good things that distinguish us as humans from turning out to be like robots. Absolutely, good point. It's time. It's because it's short for it is. We need an apostrophe. It is time, right? It's time to start thinking differently and share time with our families, visiting each other and spending time together laughing. Because we've got a list, let's put a comma. Laughing, touching, and hugging hugging each other. Keep with the same verb tense in a list, because no matter how the time we spend online, it's nothing to compare with an emotion. No matter how much time we spend online, it's nothing compared to an emotional moment that you share in a real life. And then we've got another compared to. So what we need to do is, I don't think you need this part. I think you can delete that. I think it's more impactful like that. And then your last sentence is great. Just be a human being and try to feel again. Very good piece of writing. Well done, Ahmed.
Thank you.
It was pretty long. If you just have a look at the comments that I've made, and if you have any questions about it, just ask me at the end of class, okay?
All right, Abby. Thank you for your
So I'm going to go on to, just so we've got to fit in 3 more corrections before the end, so I'm going to whiz through them. So who wants to go next? Kako or Raphael? You guys there?
Hi, teacher, I'm here.
All right, Jorge, we will do. Jorge, okay, could you? I'm going to actually read this because we're running low on time. Okay, so I'm sorry to miss out your reading, but you chose it was a bright cold day in April and the clocks were striking 13. Ooh, okay. Then someone knocks at the door. Who was knocking? Was the police of truth.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, we're going to scroll back down to there. Actually, we don't need to say who was knocking. We simply need to say, Jorge, it. Okay?
Okay.
Someone knocks at the door, but what you've got here is a present tense, and what you've got here is a past tense. So what we need to do is decide, are we going to put this story into the past? I think we need to, because we've got was up here, right? So
right.
Someone knocked at the door. It was the police of truth, and they wanted to know what was happening in that apartment. But the people inside, we don't need this part, the people inside did not open the door. Oh, mysterious. The police asked them because they are the object, right?
Okay.
They is the subject, them is the object. So you open the door, but no one responded. Ooh. They. Oh, responded? I think you mean to them. But we don't need that. We just miss that out. Nobody responded is fine. Then the police. Police is already plural, so we don't need to say polices, okay? The police. Fall off the door. No. Broke down the door. Broke down the door, or you can say something like kicked the door in. There's lots of great phrases for that. And came into the apartment, and they asked. We don't ask to in English, we just ask, okay? They asked the people that were in the apartment, why didn't you open the door? In English, what we do is we put speech marks and a capital, like so. Why didn't you open the door? What were you doing? Good question. I'm intrigued to find out. They were just reading a book. They were just reading a book. I didn't want to be disturbed. That was prohibited.
Yeah.
And was against the laws of Big Brother, and they were arrested by the police of truth. I love it, Jorge. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's awesome. Mysterious, and yet your English was very good. Don't forget, be consistent with your tenses. But apart from that, it was really good English. Well done.
All right. Thank you, teacher.
No problem. All right, Raphael or Kako, who's going next?
Hi, teacher. Hi,
Kako?
teacher.
All right.
Yes.
I'll just make it a bit bigger, okay? Because you're on font size 8. How can you see that, Kako? All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to read this and correct as I go along. So you chose the sky above the port, yeah?
Yeah.
Good choice. All right. Let's have a look at this. The guns installed on the ship's hulls. What we need is probably that. Is there one ship or more than one?
One ship.
Okay. Still shot their powerful and deadly bombs over the surrounded city. Ooh, this is dramatic. Clouds of smoke covered the ghost city when the last inhabitants tried to escape alive, slipping into holes that could be used as shelters. The dusk of the morning was obscured by the color of lead of the smoke. I would say smoke. It was obscured by smoke. Whoopsie. The color of lead.
Okay, teacher.
With rays of the explosion from the explosion. Gosh, this is very intense, Kako. I love it. And above their homeland. Thirsty and dehydrated, Mariana took her little girl in her arms. Or maybe by the arms. Did you mean she picked her up? Yeah? I think in her arms. And at the same time swallowed a draught of water. The child's little eyes were as if terrified by the violent attack imposed by the enemy that night. The woman said to her husband Joe, "Come in and hide you here. No. Come in and hide here too, in this safe hole." Before Joe had answered, little Karen explained, before Joe maybe could answer, Kako? Before Joe had time to answer, although little Karen exclaimed, "Dad and Mum, the soldiers will not kill us." Joe answered, "You know I love you. We will survive." This sounds like a Hollywood movie, Kako. After the attack stopped, Mariana, being more comforted, told her family. You don't need to tell to, you just tell, okay?
Okay,
Told her
teacher.
family, "Our love is stronger than the bombs and cannot..."
Will not defeat us.
Yes.
Defeat us.
There you go. You knew that. Father and daughter saying in unison with one S. No. The father and daughter said in unison. We have all of life ahead. Kako, that was really beautiful writing. I really like your dramatic kind of ambience, and just really a couple of tiny corrections, which I think you can see why I did them. Any questions?
Okay, teacher.
Very nice. Thank you very much for that. Beautiful. All right, Raphael, where are you? Are you anywhere around here? Excellent. So you chose the past as a foreign country. They do things differently there, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. All right, so off we go. I'm going to read this and correct. The hit on the gong, the knockout, the forsaken helpless, the closed door, the lost dream, the words said, the spilled tears, the opportunity wasted, the heart broken, the recovered pieces, the forgotten sorrow, the diminished grief, the pain relieved, hope renewed, the learnt lesson. I would say the lesson learnt, just for sake of poeticism. The recovered smile, the rekindled passion, the rediscovered courage, the turned page, the restarted spring, the risen sun, the comforting breeze, the spreaded happiness. Spreaded. The happiness spread. Joyful tears, the shared excitement, the delightful breakfast, the distributed bread, the developed strength, the reconciliation kiss, the new beginning, the second round. Raphael, you are so poetic, honestly. I love it.
Thanks.
I would
Thanks.
change the hit on the gong to the sound of the gong, because the hit on the gong sounds a bit weird, and especially since it's your first one. Something like that, or the ringing maybe, or something slightly different, right? It doesn't sound very poetic to say the gong being hit, or the hit on the gong. It sounds a bit strange, and since the rest of it is so beautiful, that's all I would change. Amazingly great adjectives and nouns. That's awesome. Do you mind if I put that on my Facebook page?
No problem.
All right, I would love to. Thank you. Guys, I'm going to have to rush off because I actually have to teach another class. So, well done, and thank you for sharing that really amazing writing. Just don't forget to have a look through those corrections. If you do think, oh, I don't understand why she did that, just write me a quick message. I'll get back to you sometime on later on today. Other than that, take care. Have a great evening, and I hope to see you soon. See ya.
See you.
Yeah,
Bye.
teacher. Bye.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.